Hey yo, hello. This is another Kenshi guide, Kenshi tips type of video. This time we're going to be exclusively covering Stryker, what options he has in base stance and in Sento stance without the ghost, and just basically the utility of him uh, in neutral and all that, and how to use him with Kenshi. First, I would say that Stryker cameo is definitely the best defensive cameo because first of all, like as you know, the normal ambush moves, like if I switch to Raiden and I do the knives or the Kano ball, you see how the cameo like stays beside you or gets in front of you, like a little bit in front of you, right? Yeah, Stryker ignores that. Stryker stays completely behind you. So a very viable option is, you know, you could be getting pressured at the same time. If they block, let's say they blocked it. All right, just like that. It'll still make your wake up safe just because like the Stryker will stay behind you the whole time. But you know, it doesn't work all the time. Stryker cameo is kind of it's kind of inconsistent. Sometimes both the grenades will hit, sometimes only one will hit, sometimes both of them will whiff. Against a character like Raiden, they actually whiff a lot because of this string right here, the 4-4, very low to the ground. So keep that in mind when using Stryker defensively. Now let's actually get into Stryker and Kenshi. So the one big thing is that with Stryker, Kenshi can always get in. Okay, you don't have to chase the opponent the whole game and all that bullshit. You don't have to do that anymore with Stryker because you know you have this move, really fast Naruto looking run. Make it full screen, and you just call what's it called, Stryker halfway through the run, and you'll be safe. And if they try taking their turn, they will get punished. And when they do, what can you do? When you get hit, you can just do this into the launcher and set up Sento, right? Another thing you can do, so that's one thing, and that's a really good thing. Another thing that you should do with Kenshi Stryker is that some strings, like 2-1-2, you never use this shit, you know? That's almost never used by Kenshi players. Maybe they'll do the stand 2 for a stagger because it's +2, or they'll do 2-1 and it's -3, gives a little bit of pushback as well. But, let me make it close. But you don't really see people finishing this string. It's a safe string, -4, and no gaps are in it. Okay, so it's a perfect string to just throw out and call Stryker and keep, and it's gonna stay your turn. The one downside is whenever they get hit by the last hit, 'cause sometimes people forget that it's an overhead, so they just get hit by it. Then the Stryker completely whiffs. That's one drawback to using that string, I'd say. Another string you can use it with is back 2-2. You know, Stryker is really good for keeping your turn. He is probably the best cameo for keeping your turn and making the opponent scared to press. Like, you know, you can do like this shit, like that, call Stryker like that, 1-2-1, call Stryker, keep it your turn. That's what you're trying to do with Stryker, always keeping it your turn. So in the corner, you can do this other thing. Like that. Sometimes the opponent will, because you know, you can do a Sento on block with Stryker, but it's really inconsistent because, like I said, sometimes all the grenades will hit. Like there, both of them hit. Sometimes only one will hit. So, but the thing is, whenever you get Stryker out on block with Stryker, you won't get full combo punished. Okay, you can only get armored, and maybe some characters like Raiden with the forward 4, they can maybe full combo punish you. But in most cases, it'll stay, like you'll get a trade on you, so Sento will go down. That's the other downside. So I would say going into Sento on block with Stryker, you should only do it in the corner because that's when the grenades like have a higher chance of hitting for some reason. Alright? And you can also do this. Same thing, you know. What else? Yeah, and you call the Stryker on the when he does the kick. So 1-4, as soon as you see the kick, that's when you call Stryker. Okay. Another thing I like to do, which I also did with Kano, back when I was showing the Kano guide, the Kano tips, is that back two thing. Since we don't have Sub-Zero, we can't do that. We can't do that slick like poke into back two, poke backdash into back two on block to get like a whiff punish. So yeah, like down three on block. So then the thing you can do with Stryker, which you could also do with the Kano knives, which I just talked about, like I said, it's doing the back two and the cameo button at the same time. Because the back cameo button with Stryker is the low grenades, right? And then you cancel that into back forward three. Alright, so then what I do with that is I just dash up and call Sento in their face like that. I showed that in the Kano one as well. It's not like a wow, that's crazy type of thing, but it can at least guarantee a safe Sento call in their face. Okay? And then the thing is, since Sento might be a little far away, a lot of people can actually backdash it. If you read a backdash with Sento, like on Wake Up, like against a good player who understands Kenshi and their startup and recovery and all that shit, you might wanna throw a Sento 1. That'll catch the backdashes. This will catch the backdashes, and this will even catch the back jumps. This won't. This will catch like a big backdash, but this is what I used to use before to catch backdashes whenever I used to call Sento, when it was Kenshi Cyrax meta. But now I don't do that. I just use the Sento 1. The problem is, though, if they start catching on to that, they can do down ones and put Sento down. But like that's a whole different mind game. You're gonna have to have that with your opponent. I'm just showing you a safe Sento call that you can do in their face. All right. And then we also got like this string right here. So I don't think it matters if they flawless block it. I think it'll still be your turn. Let me test it out. Oh, it didn't flawless block it. Yeah, so they cannot punish that still, which is good because now you don't have to like do this version or the other version. I mean, doing these and mixing it up is still like a good idea though. And then you can also throw out Stryker after that too, keep it your turn, shit like that. The main thing that I abuse with Stryker is this run. I mean, you can end it early and hit it still, and then you can just call Stryker and it'll be your turn if they try to punish. A lot of the times, a good player, even a lot of Raiden players actually, like when you do this, they'll do a jump back. They'll just like do a jump back and they'll get away from this. But then that just means that you have resetted neutral. There's no risk reward, nothing like that. All right, now let me show you guys the Sento setup. It's the same one as the old one where you do this and then call Sento. Same one. However, you can also do it because you have Stryker now. You can also make it like this now. So you can just what's it called? You can just do back two and you can call him. Because that's not that normally that wouldn't be that good because people can backdash that. It's not like it's your turn. It's almost like you're resetting neutral because Sento is getting out, and by the time Sento gets out, the opponent gets up. So the frames, like you don't actually have the frames in that situation. In this one though, you do because Sento will have gotten out already, and the guy will still be on the ground. But now since you have Stryker, you can do this. Hold up, sorry. Like that. And the timing for that is the same timing as this one right here. It's just back two and cameo at the same time. Back two cameo at the same time. Boom. Oh, let me make the... Alright, sometimes you can actually break their armor if you get lucky with this. Because like I said, the grenades are really interesting. Like right there, it didn't break armor. Damn, even Sento 2 broke armor. So that's a pretty good setup, That's a safe, like, Sento just straight up setup, and it'll be your turn. It won't even be like Sento needs to block, it'll be your turn. And if people start respecting that, you can do negative edge too. Let me just turn this off. You can do negative edge too, which is basically like when you hold, like look at this, right? Negative edge with Sento, I'll probably make a different video in the future when I understand it fully. I'm also a beginner to this negative edge stuff. But basically it's when you hold an input or when you let go of a button, that's when the input comes out. Okay, so let me show you. When I call Sento, I'm gonna hold 2 right away. See, look at the bottom left. I'm holding 2. Now, if I let go of 2, like I just did right there, he will do Sento 2. So instead of pressing Sento 2 like this, how I normally do, if you just hold it and I let go, he'll do Sento 2. Alright, so when they start respecting that, maybe you've broken their armor, or they know that the Sento grenade, what's it called, Striker grenades are coming. Maybe then they'll like start waking up and blocking, right? But you can do this thing right here. Let me show you. Turn the block off. That. Basically what I did, it didn't make any sense there. Let me actually make it do it a little better. Hold up. There we go. I actually got a mix off of it. What I did was, I did negative edge Sento 2. So right as soon as I went into Sento, I held 2 and then I let go of it as soon as I jumped. Because when you do that, so like the whole setup is like this, right? Striker grenades come out, they're gonna respect it, you jump, boom. So how I did it was, as soon as I called Sento out, I held 2. And then when I jumped, I let go of 2, and that's when Sento attacked, right? So I'm holding 2 right now, I let go of 2, and then I did the jump 2. And from there, you can go right into the overhead if you want, like I did. Oh, I dropped it there. Like that. Go straight into the overhead. Or you can even go into the low. Like that. You can even get the low then. You're gonna have to delay the jump to the Sento to a little bit. Like when you're like a little high, not as soon as you jump. It's gonna be like now, like now, you know. And then you go into it, because then the jump 2 will actually whip. Because when Sento's hitting Raiden, look at the second hit. It puts Raiden like low to the ground. So that's why the Sento 2 whips. See? And then you can get the low as well. So Stryker actually has pretty good setups right there. As you can see, it even broke armor. Let's test that out against some other characters as well. Alright, we're gonna try that setup on Sub-Zero. So let's record Sub-Zero. Actually, we don't even have to record it. We can just make it go in get up mode. Enhance slide. Enhance ice slide. There we go. Alright, we're gonna test it out on Sub-Zero. I don't think it's gonna work on Sub-Zero because his armor move is quick as hell. Oh, messed it up. Damn, it works on Sub-Zero as well. That's insane. Alright, so that's a really good setup. I didn't know it worked that well. I thought it was just like pretty decent and making people to block, but I just discovered something while making a tutorial about it. So that's one setup. That's the only Sento setup that I do. And then in the corner, it's just the same thing. Another thing that I like to do is that annoying shit where you can, like, you know, let's say they're blocking, right? You can throw one of these out and then call this. Just do some like gimmicks like that, you know? Just get sent, like in the corner, Kenshi can get away with a lot of shit if the opponent isn't like on their toes, you know? They're not like watching out for this shit. Like Kenshi can get away with a lot of stuff when the opponent's in the corner. Especially with a cameo like Stryker that has these grenades that cover pretty much half screen. Oh yeah, you can actually get a conversion like that too. Because whenever you OS this, like, the thing is, like, it'll be on block, right? You'll want to call Stryker like right before the second hit. Like that. So on block it'll look like that, and then on hit. Oh. And then you can get like a little conversion like that. Not a big conversion, but you know, still a little bit of damage whenever you cancel into this. I mean, I already talked about it. You can just call Stryker. You don't have to even amplify this anymore. You can just call Stryker. You know, Stryker's a really dirty cameo up close. So good defense, so good at stealing your turn. Alright, let's talk about the Kenshi without Ghost now, with Stryker.
Alright, so the first thing you can do that overhead still. And then, well, I mistimed it there, but you call Stryker first and you do the overhead. And then you can just get a free Sento call. I'm not going to do it because I want to stay in the Sento stance without the Ghost. And then the other thing you can do is you can do safe lows. Because of Stryker, you can do the safe mix, right? so you can like commit to these if you felt like it. The one big thing that is really good that I found out that I saw another Kenshi player do. I see a lot of these Kenshi players just doing weird shit, and I just steal it pretty much. Basically, it's this it's poke special, down one into Rising Karma, or like down three into Rising Karma. Basically a turn stealer. So with Kenshi, Kenshi's a character where if he steals your turn and he touches you once, that can be the end of the whole game because he can get Sento out, and then yeah, you know what happens when Sento comes out. So if you do a poke special and call Stryker, what can you do? You can call Sento out right in their face, and it'll be Sento's turn. It won't be their turn. All right. So that's another thing you can do with Sento stance without the ghost. And I think that's probably it for the Kenshi uh, Stryker stuff. Not too long of a video, just showing what you can do with Stryker and how you can use it with Kenshi. Thank you for watching.